Shall we start?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Take Your Mark podcast. I'm your host, Emmy.
And I'm Ruchi.
And I feel like I usually have something to say there. I don't. I was going to say the topic for today, but I feel like we don't usually get into that so fast. So, how was your week?
Okay.
Great start.
You killed it. My
Yeah,
week's
thanks.
it's been good. Same kind of usual routine. Swam only twice this week, but it was pretty good yardage. I think 4,000-ish, which is pretty good. Worked all 5 days. I went to work
Nice.
on Friday dressed up as Luigi. That's pretty cool. I was one of 6 people in the whole office that dressed up. Also pretty cool. Hey, my boss was Mario and I was Luigi. It was cool. I can insert a photo here if she's cool with it, which she probably will be. But yeah,
Very nice.
that's kind of it. I didn't really do much besides that. Went to trivia on Tuesday. Suffered. That's about it. How was your week? Anything fun?
My week was fine. I mean, yeah, but I'm not talking about that here.
I'm gonna leave that
week-
little tidbit in that
You can.
You
Yeah,
know-
you can leave that in here.
Okay.
You guys don't get to know that.
Yeah, but I do.
Yeah.
I'm special.
It was a
I'm different.
my week as a whole was okay. Work was rough this week. Had a good cry on Wednesday in my mentor's office for 40 minutes. Just so fun. And I think the next 2 weeks are also going to be quite rough. So I'm a little nervous about that. It doesn't help. I was also just very tired this week. I went to swim Tuesday and Thursday, but then I was also staying up too late the other days. So it was hard to wake up. And then I dressed up as the Very Hungry Caterpillar on Friday.
Nice.
There were a lot of people who dressed up at work, so that was good. Yeah, I feel like that's most of it.
Yeah. Oh, happy Halloween, everybody. We didn't actually say that it was Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy daylight savings. It's already getting dark here. I hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
But
Today's the first day of that, so we're getting to see it today, and then we're not going to have a late
6
sunset
more
until...
months, but
Yeah.
oh well.
Yeah, so as you can tell, both of us are pretty tired. If you couldn't tell by the lack of enthusiasm in this beginning portion, both of us are pretty tired, but you know what? We're going to talk about stuff today.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have anything you want to add?
I mean, so I went to Run Club for the second week now after taking a bit of time off. Definitely overdid it, which is contributing to why I feel very tired. I just have the worst headache. It's better now. I went and got pizza and took a nap, but
Nice.
Yeah. I'm sure that is such important information for everyone to know.
Hey, at least I wanted to know, so it's okay.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
the real reason we do this.
Yeah, it forces us to hang out with each other.
It forces us to make time for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Because to be fair, I mean, since you don't live here, it's not as easy.
Yeah, I don't.
Though even with people who
oh,
live
hey, come
here,
to the
it's
bar
not.
tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even with people who live here, I feel like there's still that gap of you don't see them as often as you did in school or even in the beginning. Slowly but surely that kind of drops off.
Yeah. No, it's hard. I do have a friend visiting next weekend, which I'm excited about.
Nice.
Get to show her around. But yeah.
So
Honestly, like,
now
the earlier sunset is just getting me down. Like, just knowing that it's getting dark already, I'm like, all right, so time for bed.
the worst part is going to be coming home from work and it's going to be dark already.
No, I know.
That's the worst part. That's going to be the worst part. I'd rather it be dark when I go to work and decently still have sunlight when I come back than the other way, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure the shortest day here is going to be from like sunrise at 7:30 to sunset at maybe 4:20, 4:15, 4:20.
Yeah,
Like,
so that's the whole day. You're going to be at work that whole time.
yup. Yeah, I'm usually at work from about 7:30 to 5. So,
Yeah. That's what I mean. You're going to be literally.
yeah. Luckily, my office has a window at least. So, like, I will still see daylight a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's
yeah,
not the same.
it's not the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So we actually have some news to share with everybody.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. We deleted Instagram.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's
okay,
the
yeah,
news.
That's the topic. That's the news. Okay.
What news did you think I was going to say?
No, I have no idea. That's why I was so confused.
Yeah, so this just in, me and Emmy have
I've
deleted
been
Instagram.
offline. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Been
like,
now
in a broader sense. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say it's been like a week since we deleted
Yeah.
it. Approximately a week. And yeah, continue on with whatever you were going to say.
I was gonna say it's like it's kind of the overall topic for today was like social media, like like taking a break from it. But I feel like for us, like the main culprit of that kind of like mindless doom scrolling, like comparing to other people, like all of that, I feel like the main culprit of that is Instagram. So that's why we decided on like that app specifically.
Yeah, I think we might have talked about it in the season 1 episode about social media, but I don't, at least, I mean, you can speak for yourself, but I don't really have any other like social media apps per se. Like I don't have Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I don't have that. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have like the like quintessential like apps of that you scroll on.
Like TikTok.
Like TikTok. Yeah, like I don't have those. So Instagram is really the only app that I have. Other apps have scrolling, but like let's be real here. Who scrolls on like LinkedIn or like you know, even like YouTube shorts? It's like if you do that, you're so lame. Like I hate to be that person, but like that's so sad if you're scrolling YouTube shorts.
This is awkward.
You scroll YouTube shorts?
Like not a lot, but there's a couple people on there who I follow, like, and that's where they post videos. So like that's where I see them.
Oh my god.
But so like yeah.
No,
Otherwise,
not
though,
YouTube shorts.
No, I readily admit like it's embarrassing. Yeah, so I mean I'm mostly in the same boat. Like I don't have Twitter or X, or I refuse to call it X. That's such a stupid name.
The everything app.
Yeah. Don't have TikTok. I do have like technically like Facebook and Snapchat, but I literally never use them. I've only kept my Facebook account for like Facebook Marketplace.
That's valid.
And so like the only other place, now that I've admitted this, the only other like for me the problem with social media is primarily like the time suck element of it, where it's like I'm just spending so long on my phone. So that's kind of where like I would put YouTube kind of in the same bucket as Instagram with that. But it is still different though. Like it doesn't, like I said, there are people who I follow on there, but for the most part, it's not the same.
You don't go on YouTube and just like go to explore page and like start scrolling shorts. You are specifically looking for the people you follow, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Whereas like Instagram, like you could go on and just look at like your
Exactly. Yeah. Like there's
explore tab.
Yeah. And even if I do end up like scrolling a bit, it's like I swipe through very quickly until I get to the people I actually care about. And
Mm-hmm.
then like I see their videos and I'm like, all right, I'm good. And then
Yeah.
I still spend more time on there than I'd like. Like I watch a lot of long form content too. But again, that Instagram I would say is the one that I'm like, it has that like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, just keep scrolling kind of thing.
But I mean, I think there is a big distinction here, though, between like how long form content affects us versus how short form does. Like when it comes to long form content, like YouTube, I think that was kind of, I guess, my justification for why like we didn't need to delete it when it came to like deleting social media.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, especially long form content on YouTube, a lot of it, like you can find like really educational stuff on there, like
Yeah.
things that are like actually like beneficial to watch, like you learn, and like, you know, maybe it's like
Mm-hmm.
a cooking video or like a just like a video essay, or I don't know, it could be any of those kinds of things, like long
Yeah.
form. But like when it comes to shorts, a lot of the times it's just mindless stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's like those, it's just like trends that kind of pop up, people do it, and then like you just kind of swipe past, you just watch the trend and then move on. It's like very, I don't know, it like ruins your your ability to focus. And like
Yeah.
it's made humans so much more like we seek stimulation. Oh my god, I can't speak. We seek stimulation so much more now, I feel like I'm sure like if you ask your parents, like they could have just sat in silence, and like I can't do that. It's like I either
Yeah.
need music, or like I need to be looking at something, or I need something to like have my attention basically. And then same thing here is like with short form, it's like after a certain amount of time you get bored of whatever it was and you switch. Um
Yeah.
so I think that distinction is really important to the conversation too, is like long form content is not as it's not as harmful in that way. It can be harmful in other ways,
Yeah.
but like in the way of like the time suck and just like in general, like the attention, the focus, it's definitely like more leaning towards short form.
Yeah. Like I think I have some issues with YouTube in that regard where like it's long form content, but I treat it like a podcast. Like it's just kind of a constant, not constant, but like it's background noise in my life a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the time to like have something playing. And I think that does still like I would still like to be better about that. But like you said, like a lot of times it's, you know, it's a video essay or I'm learning something from it or it's just like it's entertainment, but you know, it's an hour long as opposed to
Mm-hmm.
like 30 seconds and I immediately have to like move to the next thing. So I do think it's like I would agree that it's different in that regard. I think there is still an element of it that I would like to work on,
Mm-hmm.
but it's less of an immediate like, oh, I noticed this like detrimentally affecting me,
Yeah.
which I do get with Instagram sometimes, you know?
Yeah. I guess to
So,
like ask, it's been like 1 week without Instagram. What kinds of like changes have you seen, whether it's like physically, mentally, any of the above, and like how did that progress throughout the week? Like was there like a withdrawal period? Like was it genuinely like an addiction where like you have the like withdrawal and like there's that pain and then you kind of get over that hump, you
I
know? Um
honestly a little bit like, because I think for like the first day or two, I really noticed like, oh, I want to like scroll on my phone. Um, I think it was kind of hard at work because a lot of times like Instagram is kind of that like, oh, this is my like 5 minute break. And
mhm.
without Instagram, I'm like I can't open YouTube. Like that just that feels wrong. But those are usually my two kind of like, oh, I'm gonna go on my phone and do something. Um, so I mean I pay extra for the New York Times games, so that's kind of what I ended up replacing it with while I was at work. Was I would like play one of those games or something for a bit. Um, but yeah, I definitely noticed the first day or two that was like my instinct was to like get out my phone and go on Instagram. And then that's kind of faded out. And I've noticed this in the past too, like when I've done, overnight trips, like backpacking trips when I can't, like I don't have service. I do kind of notice that where like after a day or two, you just kind of like, you're good. Granted, I'm also doing something I really enjoy in that time, not like
Working.
sitting at work. So that, yeah, so that is a bit different. But it also doesn't help. Like work was just insanely busy this week. Honestly, what I started to notice more of was like I would be telling people about something where it's like, oh yeah, like this person I follow, or like, have you seen this thing? And like I would go to take out my phone to show them and be like, oh wait, that's an Instagram account. Like that's where I learned about that from.
Yeah.
And then like I just can't show them. So
Well, on that
that
note
was-
too, I feel like a lot of the like current event stuff that like I learn about is through Instagram also. Like at
Yeah,
trivia
for
when it was
sure.
when they were talking about like Hurricane Melissa and like that kind of stuff, I had no idea. I learned about that stuff at trivia cuz like I hadn't seen anything about it. So like it really, I guess, made it known that like you use Instagram as also a news source, which is problematic in itself, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. But like there's something to be said. I mean, that's one of the benefits of social media is that it is a way of spreading information. Like that was part of its initial purpose in a sense was, well, on the surface. The initial purpose was to make money, but on the
Yeah.
surface it was to like connect people and everything. So like but yeah, I agree that it's not great to like get your news from there, but
Yeah, it's
I get a bit
information,
of
but
it.
like not necessarily accurate information.
yeah.
I was just piggybacking off of what you said, where you were like, I learned this from social media. It's the same for me. I was like, I learned all the stuff that happened, like current events wise. I learned that off of Instagram. So not having it for 5 days, I came into trivia and was like, I don't know anything about what happened this past week. And they were like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, you know the hurricane that hit Jamaica? And I was like, what? I hadn't heard about it until Tuesday at trivia. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just wanted to piggyback off of you. I agree with what you're saying.
I mean, like you can continue. Like, how did the week go for you? Aside from that,
So usually, like you said, kind of like whenever I get a break, I noticed that I would kind of reach for like Instagram a lot, because it was, especially when like I didn't have like people around me to eat lunch with. Like if people left to eat lunch out or, to do other things, it was just me at my desk. In that case, like that lunch break period, I would have like nothing to do. So then I'd be sitting there and I'd be like, crap, I don't have it. Pull my phone out and be like, oh no. I think I texted you too and I said, hey, I'm struggling with the lunch break Instagram. I don't have it. I remember I also kind of went through a withdrawal, I would say. Like, cause whenever I would open my phone, I would like try and click the app, even though I didn't have the app. But then it slowly got better. I think it was just cause like instead of being on Instagram, a lot of that time got spent like talking to people, but it was like a mix of like texting, but also like in person. Like instead of whenever I could during lunch, I would just go over and talk to other people instead of being on my phone. Or like
Yeah.
even like when I would come home, like instead of being on my phone scrolling Instagram, like I'd be mid conversation with one of my other friends. So it was like there was something that filled up the gap. Now, do I think that the gaps were filled well? Maybe not. I mean, like I probably could have done other things that were more productive, like dishes, laundry,
talking to
like
people is good.
yeah, but like I was just doing more of it. I already do that, but I was just doing
Fair.
like more of it in my spare time, where now it's like I probably could have like done like very productive things around the house, like cleaned and stuff like that. So, don't know if it was the best use of time, but that's how I used my time. Yeah, I mean,
Honestly, I feel like you still did better than me because I feel like a lot of the time, like, I just replaced it with other stuff on my phone. which isn't great. I mean, I do that. Like, I did talk to people, but, and I was just like, I was busy this week, so I feel like my screen time was lower just due to that. But like, I'd go to open Instagram and then I would just be like, what other app can I go on instead?
No, that's fair. I was kind of doing that, but it was like I was only opening apps because besides Instagram, I don't really have any other social media. So it was like opening apps where I could message people. So either I was on WhatsApp, iMessage, like just messages in general, or Teams.
Oh, not Teams.
Like, I'd be lurking on Teams at 6 a.m. and I'd be like, what am I doing? Like, I don't have Instagram, so I'd just go on Teams and I'd be like, who's at work right now? Let me see. Who's green? You know?
I just refuse to open Teams at home, so.
Oh, I open it all the time. It's not really a bad thing. I don't really let it take up too much of my time, but it is what
No,
it is.
I
I still
also
check it.
have a better work-life balance to
Yeah.
begin with. I'm trying very
Yeah.
hard to keep work at work.
That's true. What benefits do you think you have seen? What benefits have you realized over the course of this past week? Do you feel different? Do you feel like you're using your time better? Do you feel like you're more like you're less depressed? I don't know. Like, do you feel like there's any sort of improvement?
It's hard to say just because, like, life is happening, and I feel like that's also affecting me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have noticed, I mean, like, I feel less, like, because I feel like I would just feel very guilty for, like, spending time just scrolling on my phone because I'm like, I know I'm not doing anything right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I have a bit less, like I have less of that now because I don't think I'm spending as much time. I'm actually curious. I did not check my screen time report for this week. Like, I don't know if my screen time actually went down substantially at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, I definitely have had less of that kind of guilt, which I don't like feeling in the first place because, like, even if it's like, I don't know, like the feeling guilty doesn't actually benefit me at all and like make me change my behavior. So it's just making me feel bad.
Yeah.
But like the fact of the matter is that like I do feel that about, you know, wasting time scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
So having less of that was very nice. I don't know in terms of like the scrolling itself making me feel bad. I don't know how much of that I've like necessarily noticed a difference from.
Mm-hmm.
I think I probably am doing better. Like,
There you go.
because I know for a fact like that's not a positive in my life, but it hasn't been something where I'm like consciously,
Mm-hmm.
you know, oh my gosh, I feel way lighter. Because then there are also the trade-offs of like, you know, I'm not as in the loop about stuff. I can't, you know, even just like checking in on how my friends are doing and like seeing, you know, people's stories. And there were even a couple times when I was like, oh, do I want to like, you know, for Halloween, do I want to post something on my story? And I like couldn't do that. But also maybe that's a good thing because I feel like a lot of times when I would post, then it would turn into like, oh, I have to refresh and see who's checked it. Like,
Yeah. Who's liked
know.
it? Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
for stories. I don't like some people check who's viewed their story. I don't do that.
I do.
I don't.
Also,
But that's also
just
very
quick interjection.
yeah.
I checked my screen time. My screen time was actually higher this past week.
Okay.
I think just because I think it's because I was like watching they have these I'm really trying to stop doing this because I know it's not good for me, but like I have been like watching YouTube as I'm falling asleep. I go through phases with this. I'll stop doing it next week because it'll be fine.
Okay.
But I put on a sleep timer, but that does like, if I'm watching like an hour-long video, that technically counts as screen time. So I think that's why it's higher. But yeah, deleting Instagram didn't actually bring my screen time down at all.
I can't check my phone right now, but I can insert a clip later once I check to see if mine actually came down. But my guess would be mine probably stayed the same. I don't think it came down, but I don't think it went up either.
Hi everyone, Editing Ruchi here. So screen time wise, I was actually right in my assumptions. I didn't go up or down. I was pretty much stagnant. It looked like my weekdays were a little bit lower, but my weekends were a little bit higher, so it evened out to like the same amount. So that was my screen time. My screen time is already absurdly high and it didn't go down or up. So it is what it is. Yeah, that's all I got. Enjoy the rest of the episode.
Yeah, have you noticed any changes for you this week in terms of how you're feeling?
Not like mentally, nothing like huge. There wasn't something that, I just was like, oh, I feel great just because I deleted Instagram. But I think that even though the way that I spent the time that I wasn't on Instagram was probably questionable and could have been more productive, it still feels like a step up. Because I wasn't just watching like mindless content. Like I was actually intentionally doing things like talking to people or whatever, and like gaining more, I guess, valuable information. Huh?
A slop detox.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there was like something visible that like I can, like something concrete that I can say like, this is 'cause I deleted Instagram. But I just think like in general, it just feels like I'm better using my time. I'm trying to get better at doing what needs to be done first. And then if I have leftover time, then I can scroll, instead of scrolling first and then leaving myself no time to do anything that actually needs to get done.
Do you think there is any, is there any benefit you get from scrolling?
No, it's well, I mean, I guess it depends on what
do you like about it, I guess. And I know that's a complicated question because like it's designed to make you just keep going, but
Well, I was going to say, so it's pretty much just like a stimulation hit. It's like if you're bored, you don't have anything to do, or like in general, you feel like there's a lack of things happening. If you go on Instagram, just start scrolling reels, you get that like instant gratification of like you have something to look at, something to listen to. Like that's negative. But I would say that if you're watching, some reels are quite educational, like you learn something or you gain inspiration. I know like for like Halloween costumes, like a lot of people will like post how they made it, and it's like a 40-second like short or reel that you can go and watch. In that case, like that kind of stuff can be educational and can give you inspiration if you're trying to do something like it, or even like the like accounts that will review food places and they'll show you the kind of like the food that they got and like give you a review. That kind of stuff is like, I feel like you do get a good benefit out of that. Like that stuff you'll get benefits out of. Same with, especially like both of us are more on like travel Instagram. So we see like a lot more too of like nature and just like different places you could go. And then it's almost like you get to like build your bucket list of places through Instagram. So yeah, I think there genuinely is a benefit. I just think like the idea of scrolling in general is just mindlessness and like isn't beneficial whatsoever. But if we were to take each individual clip and you watched one clip and then didn't watch another one and then watched another one like later in the day, I don't know, whenever, that in itself could be beneficial. I don't know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your thoughts on that?
I agree that there are, there are genuinely like creative and talented people out there who like it's cool to see the stuff that they do, and like you can learn, you know, yeah, you can learn from stuff that they post. I think where I like get held up in seeing it as a benefit is the fact that like I still think of scrolling as like a reward. Like what you were saying earlier kind of reminded me of this, about how it's like, oh, I want to be better about, you know, getting my stuff done and then I can scroll afterwards. And like I totally get that. Like I'm the same way, where I'm like, oh, okay, you know, once I have free time, then I can do it. But I'm still like, why is that the thing that I'm then like, because I don't want to spend my free time doing it, but it's still at the same time kind of like, oh, this is my like relaxing reward, even though I don't actually think it helps me. It doesn't make me relax at all. You know, it's not actually a productive relaxation in the sense that like I am actually resting and recovering. So I think it's interesting that like I still think of it like that, because even though there are, you know, like there are good things that can come from like the individual pieces of content, I think it's still, I don't like that I still see like the scrolling as a whole in like, as like, oh, this is my reward.
I get that. I think it's interesting too. I mean, a lot of people do it before going to bed, which like, it doesn't help you fall asleep, first of all.
No, it's terrible.
In fact, it does the opposite, because it basically, like I said, it's a stimulation hit. So like just before bed, you're getting all these hits of stimulation. So that's keeping you awake. So you're not going to go to sleep. You know, it's like things like that of like I agree with you. I think a lot of people do think of scrolling as like relaxation. But it's funny because the whole basis of it is the opposite. Because the whole point is you get that stimulation hit, and then when you're done, you can't go to bed. You know?
Yeah.
You can't sleep. You're going to be awake. It's like caffeine in a way, basically. Like that's what it is.
Yeah, because I definitely think of it.
That's a good point.
You know, like how we were saying, even, you know, when we're on our breaks at work, it's like, oh, I want to scroll for a minute. But I'm like, that doesn't actually do anything to like give me time to relax. Like, yeah, you can kind of turn off your brain, but at the same time, it's not like you're not turning off your brain in a way that actually lets you recharge at all, I feel like.
It's just the thing you go to when you're bored.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that's kind of what I mean by like relaxing, is it's like that time filler when it's like,
that's what it is.
You're not doing anything else, but it doesn't actually make you feel better. So
no, it doesn't, but it fills up the time, which is what you wanted it to do in the first place. Like that's the same thing of like people do it before bed. I mean, I don't know, like I'm sure some people probably see it as a way to relax and like get ready for bed, but like if I'm scrolling before bed, it's because I'm bored and I'm like still awake and I want something to like fill time, so I'll be on Instagram scrolling. So it's like, I guess we've hit a point now where things that are more productive don't suffice in terms of stimulation. So we refer to this external thing so that we get the stimulation we need and fill the time. So like instead of like sitting and like grabbing a book, you know, it's like we immediately revert to scrolling Instagram, or instead of sitting and painting or doing something that's like inherently more productive, even though it's not like, you know, cooking, cleaning, not like household stuff, like even just like in general, sitting and like writing a paragraph.
Oh, dude, I should show you my
things
hat
like
that I made.
Oh, you made a hat?
Yeah. Wait. So, okay, what I accomplished this week without Instagram. You just remind me of this. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, okay.
But I need to show
No.
people
This is good. This is good info. I need to see this hat. What is it? Like a beanie?
Yeah, it was my Halloween costume. I was the very hungry caterpillar.
Oh, that's cute.
So I made the hat. Happy Halloween, guys.
Oh, we could have been our characters as we spoke. Here, do you want me? Should I grab the Luigi hat?
I mean,
and put it on
if it's not
midway.
too far away, why not?
I mean, it's in that bin over there. Hold on. I'll be right back.
I feel like usually I say something during this time, but I'm head empty. But guess who's not scrolling on their phone to pass the time? This guy. My gosh, Halloween special. That's going to come out in like December.
Yeah. Well, no, November.
Close enough.
Close enough. Oh, yeah. We could easily, instead of using Instagram as a time filler, we could easily grab, a paintbrush, grab like DIY supplies. Like, there's so many other things you could be doing with your time during that has nothing to do with like, when I say productivity, I mean like physical things like cleaning,
Yeah.
cooking, working, that kind of stuff. So like still hobbies, external hobbies, but that are more productive than Instagram. That you're actually creating
Yeah.
something, or like, because at the end of the day, right? You scroll Instagram and it's like, what do you have to show for it? Nothing. You have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
All you have to show for it is your screen time. Whereas like if you made a hat, so you have the hat to actually show for it. You could be like, I made this, or like,
Yeah.
I drew this, or I wrote this. I know I've just been yapping about that, but yeah, that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
And good job. I like your hat.
No, I would agree. Thank you. Yeah, I literally finished it at like 11 p.m. the day before I had to wear it. And then I actually redid part of it the next morning before work. But no, to your point, I keep a book by my bed. Have I read it very frequently? No. Because like when I'm going to bed, like reading a book, I know it's way better for me, but it feels like using my brain more.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really not, because
It's
like
not.
yeah, scrolling is mindless, but you're still getting like you said, you're still getting stimulation. So it's not actually like you can turn your brain off, but not in a beneficial way. Creative hobbies, I love them. I think they're a great use of time. But I think to me those are more like output kind of activities, like writing, drawing, crocheting. They're output, whereas like reading and scrolling are more kind of input activities.
Fair.
So I think like I totally agree with you that like time would be better spent doing, drawing, whatever. I just think in terms of like winding down before bed, I'm not always like looking to create something, because that has its own commitment and like, like there's something to be said for just like sketching and whatever. But if you're actually like working on making something, I don't find that, I don't know. In my brain, it's not the same thing. I'm sure that's not a universal like constant. That's just how my brain works.
No, that's fair. It makes sense. What you're saying makes sense. I would say, too, though, I guess like, should we need something to wind down? Like, I feel like that whole thing, like, in general, wouldn't it be nice if you could just wind down by like, not like, because for me, right, like when I think winding down, I literally think like being in bed but not sleeping and just like wanting to do something. And I'm like, at that point, like, you should just close your eyes, turn the lights off, and like lay there. The same way like in yoga where you end in the like, you could do that. Like, I don't know. I might just be.
Yeah. I mean, I do that
unrealistic
as
here,
well.
but-
I'm not gonna lie. Like, no, I totally get what you're saying, because I do that as well. Especially like I haven't actually like done that much writing in my life, but I've written a lot of stories in my head. And so like that is something that, like before bed, I will just like lie there and think about that. It's usually like, okay, I put down my phone. Now I'm gonna do this.
But you
so
know what I
it's
mean?
still,
Like,
yeah. Yeah, no, I totally get like not, but it is nice though. I think right now the reason I feel like I need to wind down is because like a lot of the day is not actually our time anymore. So like having that time before bed that is you can do whatever you want with it is like I don't want to just go straight to bed.
Fair.
It's not even, it's not like, yes, I call it, you know, winding down for bed because I'm doing some sort of, you know, calm, relaxing activity. Like it's just me. I'm not, well, sometimes I am still talking to people, but like for the most part, it's just like, it's my time. And so I think that's why I think of it as winding down, but it is also just like, this is my time to do something with my day. Looking forward, what are your thoughts? Was this your week off and you're gonna go back, or are you gonna keep time limits? I'm thinking of setting up parental controls.
I probably will not do time limits. I will probably, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be an asshole and I'm gonna delete Instagram every time I'm done using it. And so then I will force myself to re-download. So I'll have to go through the whole re-download process to get it back and log into my account every time. If I do that, I think it will discourage me because I'm lazy inherently. And so if I have to go through the whole process every single time, that will force me to not be on it as much. But I still can get on it if I need to like respond to messages or, you know, like I want to post something. It'll still give me the ability to just go on. But I think that's the strategy that's going to work for me. But I mean, we'll have to come back and we'll have to come back and review and see if that worked or not. But that's the strategy I'm going to go with. What about you? Parental controls?
So, maybe, I don't know. Because in the past, so I had already, prior to this, I had already removed Instagram from my home screen. So like I had to search for it if I wanted to go on it. And that worked for a bit. And then I got too used to doing that. I had also set up time limits for a bit. And again, it worked. I was following it. And then like I set these up a while ago. So then like over the summer when I had nothing going on, I was like, oh, well, I can just ignore the time limit for now. But then I got into the habit of ignoring it and like they stopped being as effective. So I'm thinking I might leave it deleted for now. I might start doing something where like I re-download it on like on Saturday or something, or like I re-download it on Friday, and then I can check in. I can like, you know, look and see what, if people have made a post that week, and like it doesn't help a ton if, you know, people are posting stories because those will, the rest of the week will be gone. But yeah, like I can respond to a message. I can, you know, like a post if someone's traveling. And I can even scroll a bit. Hey, you know what? It's Friday afternoon, whatever, you know, I'm trying to avoid doing work. But I don't know, that might be what I try, is just one day a week.
Yeah.
But honestly, for now, I think I'm fine leaving it not downloaded. Like I miss it in the sense of like, there's stuff that I wish I could do. You know, like I want to see memes. I want to, you know, see what my friends are up to. There's some stuff, I mean, even like going to Run Club today, I realized like, oh shoot, I don't know what the route is, because usually I check that on Instagram. So there's small stuff like that I'm kind of like, oh darn, like I can't do that. But as a whole, I don't actually, like, I don't want to re-download it. I don't want it in my life.
Hey, that's good. That's fair.
Yeah.
You should do it. Try it. See if it works.
I was just going to say, I feel like this was a pretty successful week for us, like, trying stuff.
Yeah. We tried something. Finally. We've done it, guys.
Honestly, it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. And, like, without this, I would not have done it, realistically.
Yeah,
like,
neither would I, to be honest. Yeah. We recommend you try it. And then, yeah, let us know how it goes for you after 1 week.
Yeah. It's just a week. It goes by faster than you think.
especially if you're working.
Oh my god, I can't believe we have to work tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do.
What was the unrelated thing you were going to say, though?
Oh, this is just, I don't know why I thought of the article I sent you. I don't know how the connection got formed in my brain, where dictionary.com named 6'7" as word of the year.
6'7" as the word of the... Yeah. Ugh, I hate that.
Yeah. I think this would be
I
a
sent
good
it
clip to put at the end. Of us talking about how 6'7" is the word of the year. Well, did you see the runner-ups?
Oh.
Did you actually read the article? Did you look at the bottom?
No. I saw the first part, I went, ugh. And then I
Oh,
stopped
Emmy,
reading.
you missed a lot, because if you scroll down to the bottom, they have like the honorable mentions.
Mhm.
So, some of the honorable mentions: Clanker, Aura Farming,
Oh, God.
Kiss
Is Looks
Cam.
Maxing one of them?
No, Kiss Cam, the
was a good
Dynamite
moment.
emoji because of Taylor and Travis. The emoji, not the word. The emoji.
Ew.
Over tourism.
Okay.
Tariff.
Oh, no.
Broligarchy.
No, I'd rather...
I'm being dead serious. It's crazy.
That's disgusting.
Crazy. But anyway, sorry. That
man.
was my little tidbit. I guess it's no longer snooze,
Oh,
it's
I
just
like-
news. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode where we tried deleting Instagram for a week, and it worked. So you guys should try it too. You should follow us on Instagram.
No, you shouldn't. Don't do it.
Wait, I literally was like, wait a second, I'm telling them to follow us, but they're not going to have Instagram. All right, well,
Follow
if you
us
have
and then delete it.
Instagram, yeah, but if you have Instagram, follow us. And then if you don't, you can subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Spotify. So you could do that instead. Just saying, putting it out there.
Yeah.
It's all at Take Your Mark Pod. Just saying. But yeah. Hope you all had a fun episode with us. This is Luigi signing off. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wahoo!
Chomp chomp. I don't know what sound the very hungry caterpillar makes.
You didn't hear me in the office. I said wahoo like crazy. It was like every single time I said it, like
Well,
people
isn't
around me would
isn't
laugh.
that like Mario? I feel like Luigi's more like wah.
So everyone's giving me different, because so I said, the first time I said Yahoo, and they were like, and then one of my coworkers was like, that's Mario, Wahoo is Luigi. And I was like,
Oh,
okay.
actually, yeah, that's fair. I can agree
So
with that.
that's why I've been saying Wahoo now.
Okay, this is a great post-credit scene. Not that we have
And-
credits, but
Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody. I'm out.
bye.